Damn, YouTube, back at it again with another video. Today, we're going to be reacting to Law&Crime Network. Before we get started, comment down below what you guys would like me to react to next. Let me know what you guys would like me to see. With that being said, grab your food, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, get comfortable. We gotta stand up for this again. Some Wingstop. We got mild, Cajun, I think mild, Cajun. Bro, they all look the same. I know it's mild Cajun, Louisiana barbecue rub, lemon pepper, and I believe one more flavor. And then this right here is garlic parm. Then we got the honey hot rub fries. And then for my bev, can't forget the bev. Never, never, never. We got the Sprite. Let me take a sip real quick. Oh shit. Vibe with me.
27th, 2022.
Don't forget my headphones. Alright, y'all. My fault. My headphones wasn't on. It was disconnected. I had to reconnect it. So, again, vibe with me.
It's December 27th, 2022, at an apartment complex in Orlando, Florida, where a woman reports that her roommate has been missing since Christmas.
Hello, Opie.
Hello. Hi, baby. Hi.
Police meet their caller, seen here, and identify her as 39-year-old Giselle Victoria Gonzalez, who told police she hasn't seen or heard from her roommate, Rooney Liedi Medina Pacheco, for days. Investigators also learned the missing woman's son had not heard from her either, which, according to an arrest report, was highly unusual for the family.
You run away?
Due to the circumstances, Giselle successfully filed Rooney as a missing person. But 1 week later, investigators questioned Giselle again. An arrest affidavit shows Giselle told investigators she last spoke to Rooney on Christmas Eve and had heard her talking on the phone on Christmas morning before leaving her room around.
Yeah, last night I made some pizza and I burnt the shit out of my mouth, and now I can now feel the effect of it. So I can't even, as much as I want to eat that, I can't eat that right now. I burnt the shit out of my tongue. I had no taste buds right now.
1 p.m. when she says she noticed her roommate was gone. Giselle also said the pair, both from the Dominican Republic, had gotten into a heated argument a week prior to Rooney's disappearance. The fight was allegedly over $3,000 of Rooney's money that suddenly went missing while the roommates were preparing to send packages to the Dominican Republic. One of Rooney's co-workers would later tell detectives that Rooney believed Giselle had taken the money and threatened to call police. As the investigation continued, detectives noted that Rooney's employer and her family had still not heard from her, and her passport had not been used. Rooney's mother also told detectives she called her daughter on Christmas Day when she said an unknown female answered, quote, in an aggressive manner, saying Rooney could not come to the phone, before hanging up. Investigators would later track Rooney's cell phone movements, which they said matched with Giselle's location and movement, including on Christmas Day when that call was placed. But the suspicious circumstances don't end there. A day before Rooney was reported missing, investigators discovered Giselle had allegedly stopped at a Lowe's where they said surveillance footage shows her purchasing a chainsaw before heading over to a Walmart where she allegedly bought trash bags, rubber gloves, and Dawn dish soap.
Why? You guys don't think you are going to be tracked. You have a paper trail your phone has a GPS on this phone. You're everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's easy for us to see what you are doing and what you are buying. Like, what are you buying a chainsaw for? You know what I mean? It ain't no lumber.
By the way, what do the body cams on Law and Crime prove? Maybe that the world is unpredictable, and sometimes when those scary and unpredictable situations arise, having a great lawyer matters, right? Well, that is where our partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. No, it's not just a place that makes really good hats. This one actually fits me well. No, it's a firm with over 1,000 attorneys. And you know why they have so many? Because they win a lot. Past few months, Morgan & Morgan.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a
secured a $29 million verdict for a bicyclist in Philadelphia, a $2.7 million verdict for a car accident victim in Florida, and $5.6 million for a car crash victim in Georgia after insurance offered that client $0. And even if you think your case isn't worth millions of dollars, why not start a claim and fight for what you deserve? And Morgan & Morgan makes it so simple. You can start a claim from your phone in just 8 clicks. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LCBodyCam or click the link in the description and pin in the comments.
That takes us to February 15th, 2023, when detectives decide they have plenty more to talk to Giselle about.
Have you heard anything? No.
I think you're coming home good news.
No, I was hoping so too. So, what time do you get home from work today?
Huh?
What time do you get done today? ¿A qué hora sale el trabajo hoy?
Ya casi.
Ya, ¿cómo que hora?
Ya voy a salir casi ya. Ya a las 5, 10 minutos.
Oh, okay. She's only 10 minutes. We'll wait for your son.
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay? Okay. All right. Cool. This is my partner, Elvin. Hola, Detective González. ¿Cómo estás? Elvin. Giselle. So we get some new stuff. So I was wondering, would you come back to the station?
Tenemos información nueva en el caso, o sea, quiere saber si puede venir para atrás, para la estación de nosotros.
¿Para la estación? Sí.
Sí, hablar con nosotros.
¿A qué hora? What time?
No, ahora sí puede.
No.
Si tiene tiempo ahora.
Giselle agrees to talk to detectives, who escort her to the police station.
Is that okay? All right. So we just want to go over some new things that have come out, and we're trying to figure this out. We're trying to find her still, you know. Maybe you can help us out with some of the stuff that we found. So, okay. So we looked at Rooney's phone locations, right?
Chequeamos todas las locaciones del teléfono de ella.
And if I had to, it looks almost like, well, let me put it this way. On the 26th, the phone shows at a place, okay, at about 6 o'clock in the morning.
And then you are carrying her phone with you? Come on now. If you're going to do the crime, be smarter about it. You know what I mean? Like, why? Bro. Then you're going to try to report her missing. So, you don't think it's going to be suspicious on your end? You know what I mean? They're going to still talk to you still. You don't think you're going to still be a suspect? You live with her. They're going to question you.
Right. And it's a store. And so we went to that store and we have some video from there. What do you think we saw in that video?
¿Entendiste lo que él dijo?
Que fueron al store, a una tienda,
So,
que yo fui, o que ella fue.
she said, I don't know, that she was there, or that Rooney was there, or they were there.
Well, I mean...
Because I said, what do you think the video is going to show? And that's what she just said. She said, I don't know, I was there, or Rooney was there, or we were both there.
Is it both? Were you with Rooney there?
I don't know. Dígame usted.
¿Estaba con Rooney ese día o no?
No.
No.
¿No estaba con ella?
No.
¿No?
But would it show you there?
¿Ah?
¿Tú crees que el video va a enseñar que tú estabas ahí?
Posiblemente. Sí, yo fui a una tienda en la mañana.
Okay, she said she did go to a store in the morning. ¿A qué hora fuiste?
En esos días,
El 26, específicamente el 26.
en la Semoran es una ferretería.
¿Una qué?
Una ferretería.
Fretería.
Es Lowe's.
Oh, Lowe's.
Lowe's o
Sí.
Home Depot, uno de esos.
Okay, so she said she did go to a Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those, on Cimarron.
Okay.
Okay.
So you remember that?
Ahora sí.
¿Se te recuerda eso?
Ujú.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yo
What,
fui a una tienda.
do you remember what you bought at the Lowe's?
¿Se recuerda?
¿Matas?
Pero
I'm pretty sure she could hear some things that he is saying, like, y'all video check. You know, I do video checks because the most sad thing I ever do is my mic is not on, my desk audio is not on, and I finish the video and I go to edit it, and it's just, I be so mad. I be ready to crash out, y'all. I be ready to crash out. That one time where I accidentally muted my mic, I was yelling. I was like, oh my gosh. I was going crazy, you feel me? It's the most hurtfulest moment ever. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, forget it. I'm still going to post that bit. I still posted that bit. I was not playing no games. That hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Or
de motor,
De motor.
Okay, so it says she bought a machine that has a motor to cut like trees and plants and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember going anywhere else now that we're asking? Do you remember going anywhere else now that we're asking? Like before work? Did you go anywhere else?
No.
No.
So the day?
Did she go to Walmart on the 26th?
Fuiste a Walmart el día 26.
Sí.
For what?
Okay.
¿A qué hora? Sí, antes de entrar a trabajar.
so Christmas is on the Christmas is on the 25th, right? Christmas Eve is on the 24th. You haven't seen her since Christmas, which would be the 25th. But on the 26th, her phone and your phone are pinging next to each other at the same time, going from one location to the next location. Therefore, if you didn't see her since Christmas, why are you guys together? Because unless you have her phone, you guys are together.
Creo que sí fui a Walmart.
She said
Pero
she thinks she went before she went to
compré.
work on that Monday.
For what? What did she buy?
¿Y qué compraste en Walmart?
No llegué a comprar nada, creo.
She says she doesn't think she bought anything.
She didn't buy. So why did you go? What did you go for?
¿Qué iba a comprar? Okay. She said she went to Walmart trying to get the same thing she bought at Lowe's, the machine she
¿Cuál
bought
es
at
más
Lowe's.
barato?
You went to Walmart to buy the same thing you bought at Lowe's, which was a chainsaw. So you need two chainsaws? Huh.
Because she bought it at Lowe's. Why would she go to Walmart to try and buy the thing that she just bought at Lowe's?
Well, she doesn't remember if she went to Walmart first or Lowe's first.
Okay. So she's saying she didn't buy. Did you buy
She said
it?
she didn't buy anything at Walmart.
Okay.
I think yo no compré nada. Creo.
Giselle eventually admits to buying the chainsaw and shopping at Walmart the day before she reported Rumi missing. When the detective reveals he knows more than he's letting on.
But you did buy something. See?
Sí.
You remember now?
No, ahora sí me recuerdo.
Do you remember?
Ahora
help you.
sí,
Yeah,
pero
yeah.
es
Tell
que
me.
hace mucho.
That's okay. What'd you buy?
¿Qué compraste?
No sé. Seguro algo de...
We trying to play stupid, you know what I mean? You gonna laugh about it 'cause you got caught. You gonna laugh about it 'cause you got caught. You know dang well you bought something, you know what I mean? Oh my God. That laugh was crazy.
Que hice el trabajo, no sé, plátano, qué sé
She said, I
yo.
remember what she bought. She said maybe
Ese 2
plantains.
meses y algo.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, here, let me ask you this question, okay? Because obviously now something's a little off, right? I want to go back to this phone thing because I think we're missing something. You would agree, right? If Rumi's phone is in one place and here you are, and she's not there, what does that mean?
I don't know.
¿Entiendes lo que
What do
dice?
you think it means?
¿Ella tiene llave para su carro?
No.
Okay. So she's saying maybe she left it in her car because she always leaves her car unlocked. So I asked her, does Rooney have keys to her car? She said, no,
Always
she
mi
always
carro
leaves
está
it
unlocked.
unlocked. I said, but to drive it, do you need keys? She said, yeah. but Rooney doesn't have a key to drive it.
Right? If you had her
If she, what would?
phone.
I don't have the phone.
No, not now. Listen to me. I'm not. Please understand. I'm just trying to understand. If you grabbed her phone, it's okay. We just need to know because that's the only thing that makes sense right now is how did you get her phone? And I'm trying to understand that. So something happened that you got her phone. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So let's be real. You had her phone that night. Somebody answered it at the house. That's how somebody answered it. Was it you or who was it that answered the phone? Somebody did.
I don't know.
We know that though. You know what I'm saying? Who? Listen, it's okay. Who was it? We just need to know who answered.
I don't know.
Okay. You had the phone the whole night though, right?
In my
Go ahead. And it was in your purse. Okay. How did it wind up in your purse?
she put in la cartera.
She put it in there? Why would she?
I don't know no Spanish, but I heard that clear as day. She put it in there. I think she said it in Spanish a little. But oh my God. First, it was in your car. She left in your car. Now it was in your purse. This might be the dumbest muff to ever make a video. To ever get caught. This might be the dumbest muff to ever get caught. You don't plan. You don't sit there and like think things through. Over $3K? What did you do with that $3K? What did you do with it? What do you need? What did you need it for? You know what I mean? Stop people work hard for it. You know what I mean? Work for it. You don't take someone's life because how you gonna steal somebody else's money and then kill them for it? Cause you stole their money. If someone stole $3K from me, it should be the other way around. But no, I'm forgiving you. I'm just like, yo, just give it back to me because I need that. I need to send that to my family over there in the Dominican Republic. I got over there. So I just need that back. It's okay. Then you're gonna kill me. Oh my God, man. And you don't got you have all this time and you didn't come up with no story. It was just a senseless.
Man. So you're saying she left before? Okay, so make sure I understand. I just want to make sure I don't want to miss anything.
Okay.
She comes over there to talk to you. Rooney comes over to talk to you about this money, right? And she's upset about this money. She comes to your house to talk about the money.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't talk about the money with you. She just leaves.
We don't talk.
Right. So the whole point of her coming over there is to talk to you about the money, but that didn't happen.
We
Right.
don't talk.
And then you thought but see, you told me the phone might be in the car, but the whole time you knew it was in your purse.
In the purse.
Right. So you don't understand what I'm saying? Like, so now you're saying she put it in there? That just doesn't make any sense. She put it in what else did she put it in your purse and then she left? Does that make
So what doesn't make sense is she's trying to say, oh, we didn't talk. Well, if you didn't talk, how did she if you guys didn't talk and she just left, how did her phone magically get in your purse?
a lot of sense to you? That doesn't make any sense. No.
Okay, so she's saying when she woke up on the 25th, Rooney wasn't there, but the phone was, and it was on the table. And so she physically put it in her purse.
This is really important because, this whole time we've been asking you to try and help us find Rooney, right? And you know that phone would have gone a long way to helping us find her. Then why wouldn't you just tell us about the phone when we talk to you?
So, ¿por qué cuando ellos hablaron contigo no le dijiste del teléfono?
No sé.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No tiene sentido, ¿verdad?
I'm trying to eat. It hurts so bad 'cause my tongue is literally burnt. I got like a blister on top of my tongue. I really burnt my tongue yesterday. Trying to eat that pizza. But this girl's favorite line is, I don't know. She says, I don't know, one more time.
No.
It would almost seem like you're hiding something. Well, why would Rooney think that you took her money?
I don't know.
I don't know.
¿Quién la va a abrir?
Sí. She said she doesn't believe that there was any money. She said if we listen to the conversation she had with her on Saturday.
For every I don't know she says, is a like. Anytime she says I don't know, you guys gotta like it. And subscribe. Every time she says I don't know.
They weren't arguing. They were talking calmly to each other. Rooney was telling her that she was depressed, hadn't eaten in 2 days. And she said that the box was already sealed, and the company sealed it when they got there too. So she's like, there's...
Moments later, another investigator steps in to chat with Giselle before her story starts to unravel.
So what happened with that money? Did you spend it on electric bill? Is there any way to recover any of that money? And if not, it's okay, but I just need to know so we know you're telling the truth about it. Does that make sense?
Entendí la mayor parte.
¿Entiendes?
So talk
Porque
to
eso
me.
es insignificante. ¿Vuelta o lo que
Sí.
pasó? ¿Ah?
Pretendía pagar de vuelta.
Pretendía pagar de
Yeah.
vuelta. She did pretend to pay it back.
Okay. All right. So talk to me. What happened? Tell me about the day, so that way I could clear it up for you, and then we could go forward from here.
Tenía que pagar renta.
I had to
y
pay
no había
rent.
And that's understandable. I get it. It's a lot.
Ella entiende completamente.
Didn't they just raise the rates in Orlando? Like it's crazy right now. What happened to your hands?
Me quemé
She burned it.
When?
¿Cuándo?
en el trabajo.
At
¿Cuándo?
work?
So I want to take a step back about the phone and find out what she did to the phone. 'Cause she admitted to taking the phone.
Yeah.
So there was no reason for her to take the phone, but yet she took the phone.
Yeah.
What did she do with it? Or I put it back in the house. There was no reason to take it, but you took it, but there was no reason to leave it and you left it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why would you take it in the first place if you're going to leave it right behind afterward?
Yeah.
If you're expecting her to call.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. No tiene sentido. He said,
Okay.
si tú lo llevaste cuando no tenía que llevar, ¿por qué lo va a dejar cuando no tiene que dejar? Porque si por acaso ella te va a llamar todavía, ahora más tiempo todavía ha pasado, entonces es más importante tener ese celular si por acaso ella llama. Entonces, ahora es la hora de explicar a mí si tú lo botaste.
Sí lo boté.
¿Lo botaste?
Sí.
Ok, she threw it out.
Porque después ya comenzaron a... Su hija me estaba amenazando.
Her
y-
daughter was threatening her, so she threw it out.
Yeah. I would be worried.
Eso tiene sentido. Por eso te estoy preguntando. El grandote de condominio. She threw it in the dumpster.
I'm gonna ask you this, okay? Because I don't want
She do the phone in the dumpster? What she do in the dumpster? And why was her daughter threatening you?
I don't want you to dig a hole with us because we're not the detectives, okay? Is there any way, any chance you still have the phone at all?
¿Alguna chance que por acaso tú tienes celular o sabes dónde podemos encontrar el
Te lo
celular?
juro que no lo tengo.
Because if you're
Lo
nervous,
boté.
hold on.
She threw it out. She's like,
All
I don't
right,
have it.
I just want to make sure because you're like,
Ella
oh
solamente
crap,
quiere tener
I have the
certeza.
phone and now I can't say it because I told the detective I didn't have the phone. I just want to make sure because I don't want the detective to find the phone
Lo boté,
anywhere
lo boté.
near your house, your person, anything of that nature.
¿Qué basura? ¿Cuál fue del condominio?
Lo mandé en una caja
¿Tú le enviaste a una caja? ¿Para qué? ¿Para dónde?
para Santo Domingo.
She sent it in a box to Santo Domingo. She didn't even throw it out. She told her sister that it was for a person and not to use it.
Giselle's story about Rooney's phone changes multiple times before she admits to sending it to the Dominican Republic after also admitting to taking the money, another major difference in her initial claims.
Atacó.
Esta es la hora.
No me atacó.
Entonces, ¿qué pasó?
No peleamos.
¿Qué
nada.
pasó con ella?
No sé.
What-
Me salió enojada.
What happened?
Yeah.
Because I missed all this. I missed all this.
She
What?
left upset.
She left upset. How did you? What was the conversation? Walk me
Ya yo
through.
le
You
dije,
wake
ya.
up.
She told me.
Because you're being honest now, right?
Ya yo
Are
te
we-
dije, yo no voy a repetir lo mismo.
She's not gonna repeat it.
Okay, so tell me what happened. So you can
Yo le
understand,
dije,
right?
Sí.
Rooney was apparently approached her at the door. She would not open her bedroom door. And
You
Rooney-
wouldn't open the door, right?
And
I don't like that, right? Because I think what she's trying to do is have her tell the story again. Which, We needed her to keep telling the story again, so if we can know what's switching up, changing up. So, by the translator, without her saying nothing, is trying to tell her what happened. He's kind of like speaking for like a lawyer, which like a lawyer, which he is not. So I'm just saying this. I feel like the suspect should be telling her what happened, not him, because her story keeps changing up, right? We know that. So we need her. Run it back for me again. Run it back for me again. What's going on? I wasn't here. Tell me what happened. Because I wasn't here. I wasn't here when you was talking to the detective. I wasn't here. Can you run it back for me so I have an understanding, right? That's not for the translator to go ahead and do for her. That's for her to do it. You see what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think that was wrong.
What time was this?
Around 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And Rooney kept questioning her about her money.
See? Okay. Here's the thing. Imagine if she was answering, and instead of saying 11 o'clock, she said 9 o'clock. Right? This is why we need her to tell the story, so we could get the inconsistencies in her story. Because if she tells the story one time, but then tells a different time, then we know the inconsistencies, right? Which is okay. Sometimes people leave things out. Sometimes people get things mixed up. That's why it's good to hear it a third time. You feel what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to hear it the third time, because it's no way you get in the mix. You know what? You change the story 3, 4, 5 times. Maybe twice you might change the story, but it's not going to change 3, 4, 5 times. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not for him to, because he basically giving key details. He's acting like a lawyer, low key. Speaking on her behalf. I don't like that. No, he's wilding. He's wilding. You don't do that. She's actually the police detective, whoever she is asking the suspect. So the suspect must answer. The suspect said, "I'm not going to repeat it again." Why is he repeating it? Come on, man.
And the fact that she wanted her money, and she told her she would get her the money, but that she didn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And then after that, according to her, sometime after that, Rooney just left the house. That's why she was saying upset.
Okay.
And that's why, remember in the beginning, I questioned her. Hold on, you never talked to her, but you know that she left upset.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's when I brought up, hey, listen, she's not going to just leave her phone. She's going to come back for her phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
So I'm just playing this out, right? Giselle, I want to talk to you. Open door, came here, come out here. No, I don't want to talk to you. We'll talk through the door. Okay, well, where's my money, Giselle? Where'd you put it? I don't want to talk about it right now, okay? Do you see how this conversation is going? Right now, Giselle, this doesn't make any sense. I'm going to be opening the door.
Yo voy a forzar esa puerta abierta.
I'm going to be opening the
Yo
door.
quiero mi plata y yo voy a forzar esa puerta abierta.
Hey, I told you I don't want to talk about this right now, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm getting upset because she's still knocking, banging on my door.
Ella no va a parar de pegar esa puerta porque ella quiere hablar contigo, te va a confrontar, se puso nerviosa y tú abriste la puerta para, mira, párate con esa bobada, yo te voy a coger tu plata.
On the flip side, Rooney's over
O
here.
ella trató de pegar esa puerta porque
And I want to talk to you about this money. Right?
Esa puerta con un poquito de fuerza se abre.
She's not even trying to look at her. Man, this girl's bogus, man. For real. I'll take those zebra cakes away from her and eat it right in front of her. Man, don't let me be a detective, because I'm real petty. I would have took her zebra cakes and ate it. Oh, you don't want to cooperate? Here. For real. For real, I would have took her zebra cakes. I'm not even lying. Don't make me a detective. And I would eat your bag of chips. Now you get no food. Talking about you ain't gonna answer my question. You don't wanna say it again, girl. Who do you think you is? Take your zebra cake and eat it. What is we talking about, man?
Her phone on her. She's not just gonna leave, put her phone down, walk out.
Okay, me pregunta, ¿ella me va a poner una máquina o ella va a estar?
If you're gonna put her in the machine, or what you're gonna keep doing?
This doesn't make sense to me. I don't have to put you on a machine to tell you that this isn't the honest truth.
Porque repetir lo mismo, ya viene y repite lo mismo.
I could repeat it. We're having you repeat this over and over again because you haven't been truthful from us from the very get-go.
Eso me estresa que me estén repitiendo la misma cosa.
It's stressful because you've been lying.
Desde el principio, tú has mentido.
Pero ya te dije. O sea, no entiendo.
You haven't been honest with us from the get-go.
Tú no eres una persona de confrontar. Tú no eres una persona de estresar. Me dijo.
I don't need to hook you up to a lie detector machine for you to tell me that you haven't been telling me the complete truth.
¿Sabe qué pasó este día?
In light of Giselle's statements, a search warrant for her cell phone and apartment is granted.
Si hay una orden.
Orlando Police, anyone in the apartment? Orlando Police, anyone in the apartment? Orlando Police, is anyone in the apartment?
¿Qué es lo que pasa? Yo no entiendo.
An arrest affidavit shows that Giselle allegedly made multiple alarming searches around the time of Rumi's disappearance, including which side of the body the aorta is on, and what do they do with the trash in Orlando. Furthermore, investigators said dried blood was found strewn throughout the apartment that was later confirmed to be Rumi's. A blood expert would also later classify some of the spatter as cast-off stains resulting from a swinging object. Despite Giselle's conflicting statements and evidence found on her cell phone and in her apartment, the 39-year-old is let go, while Rooney remains missing. Nearly 2 years pass before detectives track down Giselle once again, this time nearly 12.
2 years, bro. You couldn't put her in jail for a little bit until this happened? What else evidence do you need? You got blood stains drawn across the, you know what I mean? What else do you need? Her. What if forensics could show this to put her in jail for the time being?
Despite Giselle's conflicting statements and evidence found swinging also later classified that was later confirmed to be Rumi's. A blood expert would also later classify some of the spatter as cast-off stains resulting from a swinging object. Despite Giselle's conflicting statements and evidence found on her cell phone and in her apartment, the 39-year-old is let go, while Rooney remains missing. Nearly 2 years pass before detectives track down Giselle once again, this time nearly 1,200 miles away in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hi, ma'am. Giselle, right? Okay. So I'm Detective Noel. Okay. I have a couple of detectives here with me.
It only been 2 years. She aged 5. 6 years she aged. What the heck? She looked like 2 years for us was 6 years for her. She ages like dogs. You know what I mean?
From Orlando? Okay.
How are you?
So I have a search warrant to take your DNA.
Okay.
Okay, but we have to do it at the police department.
Okay, I have to go now?
Yes.
Hi. Yes. We have to go now?
Yes, we have to go now, yes.
In the car or I go with you or?
You can...
She learned a lot of English in that 2 years, huh? You know what I mean? In that 2 years, she learned a lot of English. Oh my God. She's talking perfectly fine to this police officer.
Drive us, but you got to follow us and stay with us, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in front of you, Detective Thomas is going to stay behind you, and we'll all go together. Okay? But just do me a favor, make sure you follow us, okay?
I follow
Okay,
you.
all right. And when we get to the police department, we're going to explain everything to you, okay? All right, do you want to...
Giselle is escorted to a police station, where this time, detectives have even more to talk to her about.
You told a couple people you had a fight, right? We talked to some neighbors upstairs. We got a lot of stuff to indicate there was a fight there. You guys had a fight. That's okay. You can have a fight with somebody.
Yeah, everybody fight.
Sure. So who hit? So like, who put hands on who first? Did she get at you first? Did she come at you?
Yes.
Okay. What did she do to you? She hit you?
She, galleta, una galleta.
Okay, so inicialmente tú estabas en el cuarto cuando llegó, ¿correcto? Sí, pero so I was asking us at what point did she come out of the room? Because initially she told us you were talking to her to the door, and then at what point did you come out? Because she said that she smacked us. I said, what point did you come out?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then,
well, just tell us what happened. Just tell us she hit her. Where did she hit her? And just tell us what happened. Walk us through. She hit her. We'll get to the when she came in the room. Fine, that's later. But she hit her.
¿Te dio y qué pasó?
No recuerdo ya. Yo trato como de bloquear como.
That's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work. Like that. We walk us through it. And he's putting his ear to her so she can re-explain it. Not the translator, but her. We need her. This is her statement. So anything that seems off, we can pick from her. Because if he explains it the way that she explained it, it's not going to be no difference. You see what I'm saying? But she needs to show her consistency in the story. Right?
Todas esas cosas, o sea.
So she's saying, she's like, I'm not an aggressive person unless you push me down.
Sure.
I was like, yeah, that's
why we're asking you.
Eso es normal.
Right?
So si ella vino allá a tu casa enfogonada por el dinero.
Ya, no sé más.
Okay, so she's saying, yeah, they fought, and then after the fight, she left, and she left her phone in the apartment. Okay, so she's saying that they were punching each other, hitting each other. I asked her, did anybody pick up anything? She said that Rooney hit her with a purse. She was swinging her purse, and it was very heavy. I said, well, did you pick up anything? She said, no, I didn't pick up anything.
Now, Giselle admits the pair did come to blows, a direct contrast of her 2022 claim.
So actually, I said, what stopped the fight? She's like, she didn't remember. She was like, we just stopped. I was like, well, what happened? Did she go to her room? Where did she go after the fight finished? Did she leave right away? She said no. She was like, I went to my room, and then I said, well, where did she stay at? She was like, she stayed in the living room. She's like, I think she went to her room and maybe the bathroom, and then she left, and she left the phone in the house.
Right. So she left. And the phone's there. Right. Okay. Tell me about the cameras that you had in your apartment at the time that happened. Where did they go after that? You had cameras in the apartment.
Yeah,
and they weren't just in your bedroom, they were in the living room.
In my bedroom.
And you had one in the living room.
No, I sent to my sister.
So you had those cameras there, right? And you sent them to the DR?
Sí, my sister. Not my sister, to my mom. And the box.
Same box with the chainsaw?
There?
Same box with the chainsaw?
La misma caja con el cortador que compraste.
No, porque el otro era para allá, para la casa, para la otra casa.
¿Qué otra casa?
Donde mi abuela vivía.
De tu tío. And she said no, that was in a different box. So that was
went to grandma's house.
Yeah, to the grandma's house.
Okay.
So she's trying to say the cameras weren't working, and I'm asking. I said the cameras are working very well. I said because it recorded before. And record after. I said, I even recorded the day you shipped the cameras out.
Yeah.
I said, you were on the couch on the 27th.
Yeah.
I said, so, A, why wouldn't you have told us about the cameras and you just shipped them out? I said, and why is the day of the fight the only day missing on the cameras? And she's like, oh, she could kind of say that the cameras weren't working right. I was like, no, they're working very good. It has a lot of recording on it.
I'll show her.
I said, but it doesn't have that day. She's like, well, it has a memory card, right? I was like, yeah, it does. I said, and it recorded before and after.
Right.
So she's like, oh, well, I don't remember.
Investigators said they tracked down the missing cameras and reviewed the SD cards, revealing a day of footage missing, conveniently covering the time period of the alleged fight.
Truth doesn't change.
La verdad no cambia.
But when you tell things that aren't true, you have to remember what you said.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the other guy, when he tried to repeat it for her, it's not good because she has to remember what she said. And she did kind of, if she was to get her story straight, she might have been able to get away with it. But she keeps lying and lying and lying and lying, telling 5 different stories. But I don't think that's smart though, to be honest, shipping things out to the DR.
Mentira. Let me ask you this question.
de la mentira.
Sure, you didn't tell us about the phone. What you told us when we sat and talked to you and you raised your hand and swore to tell the truth wasn't true. Okay? However, you also told one of the chefs from Made in Puerto Rico, in a text message, to call her phone. And that's a couple days after. So you knew you had her phone then. You knew you had her phone. See, the thing is, you knew you had her phone that night on Christmas Day because you answered it, remember? We already discussed this, didn't we? About 9 o'clock at night, when her mom called, you answered her phone. You remember telling us that.
Have you ever heard that blood doesn't go away, like no matter how much you clean it or what you, to the naked eye, it's gonna look like it disappears. Like,
but on the blue light,
She's like, yeah, well, to the naked eye, yeah, it looks like it'll disappear. ¿Quién te ayudó a limpiar?
Nadie.
¿Tú limpiaste toda esa sangre sola?
Sí.
So I asked her who up to clean. She said, nobody. I said, so you cleaned all that blood by yourself? She said, yeah. So I said, oh, this is blood. I said, this is against the wall. So I said, you had to physically move that to clean that. She's like, oh, yeah, we were fighting everywhere. I was like, yeah, but I said, this is only what was left after cleaning. As I said, do you don't think that's a lot of blood for somebody? That's a serious injury? She was like, yeah, serious cut.
Cut. Giselle, you don't forget a fight like this.
So that's what I said. I said, all this blood is not something you forget about.
No.
I said, you said you weren't bleeding a lot. You said she wasn't bleeding a lot. I said, but all this blood, you're going to remember where that blood came from. I said, if you clean up all this blood, you're going to specifically remember that blood. I said, you want to forget. I said, but you didn't forget. You know.
Nosebleeds don't cause this kind of blood. They don't. Look at this. This is your bedroom door.
Y aquí fue que empezó.
Yeah.
Aquí
Look at cleaning. See?
Ahí fue que empezó la pelea.
Look at
No sé,
whose blood is this?
No te sé decir cuál de las dos.
Huh?
No sé de las dos.
Of the between the two?
She said she don't know which of the two that would be.
I'll tell you, we did testing on it. It's Rooney's.
Ya lo mandaron.
Rooney's.
Ya lo probaron.
¿Eso es de Rooney?
Es de la sangre de Rooney.
Where's that?
¿Qué parte de la casa es eso?
No, ese.
So when she gets in the interrogation room, all her English is out the door. All her English is out the door as soon as she steps into the interrogation room. You know exactly what he said. You were there looking like you don't know what he said. You know what this is. You know what that means. Come on now.
La entrada.
¿Y qué es esto?
Arriba.
El techo.
El techo.
The ceiling, she said.
On the ceiling.
No.
We were fighting everywhere. I was like, me and you can go blow for blow right now. I can give you the hardest punch in the world, and your blood's not going to fly up to the ceiling.
Bueno, pues,
I said, that's not a normal place for blood to go flying.
Pues hazme la prueba a ver cuál de las dos es. O sea,
ya sabemos de quién es la sangre.
Oh.
Es de Rooney.
Yeah.
Confronted with photos of the scene and the alleged cleanup attempt, Giselle sticks to her story of not knowing where Rooney is. But next, detectives reveal even more disturbing details.
I talked to her mother, where the boxes went to, and two of her uncles, and nobody got a chainsaw. There was no chainsaws in that box. She's not allowed to send chainsaws in that box. We checked with the shipping company.
Tu hermana y dos tíos tuyos. Y hablamos con la compañía y no mandan.
Porque yo no digo, no se dice que tú pones en la caja. Porque después te cobran impuestos.
What'd she say?
Because I told her, I said, the shipping company, they don't allow you to ship. She said, oh, you don't tell them what's in it, because then they're charging.
No, see, but they open them all in customs down there. And
lo abren allá cuando llega.
We checked on that.
Sí, después te cobran.
Abren la caja.
Pero el generador tiene que estar allá.
No, tell her we checked on that. Remember? We talked to the lady. You were with me. Lady said they open all the boxes when they get to the DR for customs.
Pero sí, el generador.
She's trying to say that at customs they steal stuff, is what she's trying to say. And that's why it never got to her mom's house.
Te puedo decir algo.
This was like, someone nervous doesn't.
At customs, someone's gonna steal a chainsaw. How fun getting away with that?
Lie.
Why did you search what happens to the trash?
¿Por qué buscaste qué pasa con la basura?
No sé.
She said, I don't know.
You don't know? Does that make any sense to you? Like, what was your fascination with with what happens to the trash in the United States of America and the trash in Orlando? Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere. The same day they decided to be charitable to an uncle that you never even talked to and buy a chainsaw for.
Yo creo que fue en el trabajo que, no sé, quizá estábamos hablando algo.
She's trying to say because maybe she
No
looked it up from work.
Because why?
She maybe looked it up because of work.
What does that have to do with anything?
Ahí donde yo trabajaba, no sé.
This time, Giselle isn't able to talk her way out of it and is booked for second-degree murder, tampering with physical evidence, and grand theft. Court records show she pleaded not guilty to the charges and is expected back in court this winter. At last check, Rooney remains missing.
Okay.
You speak English? A little?
Muy poquito.
Okay.
Este es mi número de teléfono. ¿Puedo tenerlo?
They'll write it down, lo escriban.
¿Me lo guarda? Porque yo no, esto solo no.
Sí, te lo guardan. Y te lo escriban.
Cuando necesito, ajá.
Oh, where's Contreras? I need more Spanish fluent speaking here.
It's December.
All right, y'all. That's crazy. I hope she get the book thrown at her. You know, it's really crazy. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.